One is very crazy when in love. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. The goal of all life is death. Love and work and love, that's all there is. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. The mind is like an iceberg, it floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The ego is not master in its own house. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun, and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises. If you can't do it, give up. The act of birth is the first experience of anxiety, and thus the source and prototype of the affect of anxiety. Men are strong so long as they represent a strong idea. They become powerless when they oppose it. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. Where it was, their egos shall be. Sadism is all right in its place, but it should be directed to proper ends. It is impossible to overlook the extent to which civilization is built upon a renunciation of instinct. Opposition is not necessarily enmity, it is merely misused and made an occasion for enmity. Civilized society is perpetually menaced with disintegration through this primary hostility of men towards one another. Like the physical, the psychical is not necessarily in reality what it appears to us to be. A certain degree of neurosis is of inestimable value as a drive, especially to a psychologist. Anatomy is destiny. What a distressing contrast there is between the radiant intelligence of the child and the feeble mentality of the average adult. The first requisite of civilization is that of justice. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Flowers are restful to look at. They have neither emotions nor conflicts. Analogies, it is true, decide nothing, but they can make one feel more at home. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.